John, the balance tonight, obviously, after you plays with about 5 players with 12 points, all stars in double figures. Your thoughts on sharing the game today?
Well, I thought we did a good job of doing that. You know, we have different people that can score in different ways, and when we look bad offensively, it's been when the ball's been stagnant. And I thought today we did a good job of keeping it moving, and you know, we have different people that can score.
And you shoot 68% in the second half. Is that just a function of getting open looks and dropping and hitting shots, or maybe that's a pretty staggering number?
It is, you know, but the first half, we were getting shots also, they just didn't go in. You know, it was like, you know, we were getting open shots in the first half, they just didn't go in. And the shots that we missed in the first half, we were fortunate to make in the second half.
Do you think your early fast break game set the tone, got them on their heels, and got your own guys energized?
I think what led to that set the tone. I think our defense early, well, throughout the whole game, was pretty good. And I think because we were getting stops and getting rebounds, we were able to get out in transition, which we want to do. You know, when we get stops and rebound the ball, we want to get out. We have guys that are good on the break, and so I think I think the defense, which led to the transition, set the tone.
Speaking of your defense, specifically talk about the defense that was down on Harrison. We found that he was dealing with an injury, but still he was still playing big minutes out there and was not able to hit one field goal. He certainly didn't score.
You get lucky some nights. You know, our guys, yes, our guys worked very hard. Our guys did a very good job, I thought, of helping each other, for the most part, we lost Green a couple times there. But for the most part, most of the game, we did a good job of making second, and third, and fourth rotations. But he doesn't have a game like that. You can't credit our defense. He was a little off today. I mean, he's such a good offensive player that can score in so many different ways. He's not just a three-point shooter. He can put the ball on the floor, he can post up, he plays hard. It was just one of those days where the stars were not aligned for him today.
You've talked in the past about Isaac's rebounding, getting him started offensively, grab a few early, kind of sense that was the case again today.
It's been the case all year. He goes in there and he gets those rebounds. You know, some people just happen to get the ones that fall to them. He goes upstairs and gets them. And he gets the ones out of his area, and that motivates, that energizes our team. That energizes him also a little bit, I think. But he got some big rebounds today.
And that said, replacing McHale in the starting lineup. McHale also provided a lot of energy and rebounding and scoring at times. Today, what does that kind of say about a guy who really wants to start? The fact that you've been able to stay focused and stay sharp for you guys. Well,
that's not a surprise. I mean, Hop's a senior. Hop wants to win. Hop understands. I've said this many times to the team. I don't know if I've ever said it here. You know, Hop might understand what his coach wants more than anyone in that locker room. Some of the coaches included. You know, so he understands what we're going through. So starting, not starting, I think he understands. I know he understands what that's about, and he's a player. He gets in there and plays.
As the coach mentioned, you going upstairs to get rebounds. You did that on that dunk in the second half. Can you just kind of describe that play? Was it a calculated?
He went upstairs to get a rebound on that dunk?
Upstairs on the dunk. Was it a calculated move on your part, or was it kind of instinctive when he got by your defender? What was the situation there?
Well, I know now I'm starting to hit a lot more three-pointers. People are going to run out and close out on me a lot faster. So earlier in the game, I was getting that mid-range shot, but it wasn't falling. So Coach and Tyler, one of our, he's kind of a player coach, whatever you want to call him, but he told me next time go all the way to the rim and finish him. So that's what I did.
Mikhail, you guys had a long layoff. It had been 7 days since you had last played. How important was that rest for you guys, and how key was that to have the effort that you had tonight?
Oh, I think it was real big. It gave guys like Devontae and Jabril guys who play a lot of minutes to rest their body and recover. But it also allowed us to focus in on defense. We knew St. John's was a good offensive team, so we was able to focus on some of their schemes how we was going to deal with the on-ball. So I think it was good for us.
Copeland,
and to catch up with some classroom.
Prior to the game, you talked about tamping down pointers, offensive rebounding, but you had 3 key old rebounds in the first half. Do you think that energized your team? Do you think it got you guys going?
Definitely. I think once I started getting some offensive rebounds, it opened the door for, Hop and Josh and everybody else to crash the boards because we're a pretty athletic team too. Nobody really talks about our offensive rebounding, but I think we're starting to make a statement now.
Goes without saying when it's a different game for you guys when Josh and Mikhail are able to stay in the game and avoid foul trouble, so you didn't have to use any unconventional lineups. Tonight, you notice anything different, I guess, in particular with Josh, with the calls of something going his way, or did you notice any different energy? He had that blocked that one three-point shot in particular.
So let me back up, meaning I probably misspoke after the last game when I used the word unconventional, because I keep hearing that over and over. You just keep saying it 30 times. Whether Mikhail and Josh are together or one of them are in the game or whether they both are on the bench, we can play many different ways. So it's not, we don't need to reinvent the wheel if for some reason those two are on the bench. We got basketball players, we can make adjustments, we play. So that's let me just say that first. Josh tonight had energy, yes. Next question.
John, in terms of what you were expecting from Jordan based on your prep and what you saw in Jordan tonight, is this a great defensive job by your guys? Did he also seem off?
I have to say, both of those guys, I don't want to not give our guys any credit because I thought we did do a good job defensively. But that wasn't the Rasheed that we've seen on tape for however many games that they played so far this year. And so he was a little off also. We just, like I said, sometimes it's good to be lucky.
Mikhail, the difference defensively in the first half, you guys held it without a basket for the final 8:45. What was the key to locking down in the first half?
I mean, it was winning time, and the main focus was get stops. We already had the lead. We just wanted to come down there. And we knew guys like Harrison and Green was going to be aggressive, so we just wanted to key in and get stops and finish the game up.
John, obviously, the last two games, the results, the margin indicate a team that's playing very well. How different do you feel about where you guys are now versus where you were right before that when you had lost a few games?
We're better. And so, we can't get complacent. And you guys got to understand we're going to have some pretty hard practices here the next couple of days. But I think that a lot of it is our guys, our players, I think it takes time, but I think they're starting to take pride and understand that attention to details is important. And so we're better than we were, but we still have, we still have to keep the focus that we've had lately and still keep trying to get better.
How, just one question. How is Eric Bowen doing? Is on okay?
I'm not sure. I think, is it broken or dislocated or anything like that? No. He just banged it. Now, I can't remember what Dr. K's diagnosis of a banged elbow is, but he banged his elbow. I don't anticipate him missing practice or games.
Thank you.
First home win in nearly a month. How refreshing is it to?
Very refreshing. To after a couple of losses to come in here, very refreshing, very needed.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you, guys.